Welcome back. When you're constantly on the go with work and the kids, the one thing that commonly gets neglected, at least in my world, is the car.
Oh, Ms. Simplicity joins us this morning with some tips on getting that messy car organized.
I would always joke when my kids were little and we'd like go through drive-through and I'd pick them up from preschool. All of a sudden I had the world's most expensive garbage can.
Yes!
Because everything was all over the car and
Yes.
nothing had a place. So hopefully today we'll learn a few quick and easy tips to get your car organized once and for all.
Perfect. Where should we start?
All right, well, first of all, let's start with just figuring out what you have in your car that you actually use, because a lot of us have stuff that we don't use all the time, and even seasonal items. Like if it's July and you have an ice scraper, you may not need it unless,
Well.
right? But December, you probably don't need bug spray in your car. So really figure out what you actually use. Like a lot of us still have maps in our cars,
Yes.
but we look up everything on a GPS now. So why do we still have a map? Or a
point.
phone book? Why do we have a phone book in our car? So
Right.
start getting rid of those kind of things and just kind of clear the clutter once and for all. This is a great thing to just keep in the trunk of your car, where in my car I have my little recyclable shopping bags in here. I put a blanket in here. I have a stadium chair, so if I ever go to a sporting event and want a comfy chair to sit in, it all sits here. And then the other nice thing is it's Velcroed on the bottom, so it doesn't go sliding around everywhere.
That's a great idea. I do have a couple of water bottles and an
Exactly.
old towel in the trunk, and they just kind of get thrown in there.
And then this is another fun thing that can kind of, it hooks over the back seats and kind of hangs in there. So you can put, like if your kids are in soccer, you can put their soccer cleats in here and a soccer ball and your water bottles right in here, and has little pockets in here too. And a really good idea is to try to think about that unused space in your car. So if we think vertical, this is something that we wouldn't normally use, the back of a seat.
Right?
So
Empty, wasted space. Where can a
Yeah.
person buy this bad boy? I like that.
well, you can just contact me and I can tell you how to go about getting it. Otherwise, you just go to clevercontainer.com and I will point you in the direction of where to
And
order
what's
it.
your website again?
MissSimplicity.com.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
She keeps it simple for us. Chris.
Yes. Just remember MissSimplicity.com and I'll take care of you. Okay, so this is something that I like to give each one of my kids, and then they're in charge of their own zone of the car, because our kids sit in the same seat over and over again, but then they throw stuff all over the place. What if you gave them something like this, hangs over the seat in front of them, and then all of a sudden they are in charge in keeping their space clean?
That's a great idea, because I drive a minivan and I can't see the fact that there are French fries from last week in the cup holder thing.
Right,
But
right.
sometimes I can start to smell it. And that makes me very upset as a driver in the front of the seat.
That's when I always buy a new car, when the smell overtakes it, and I'm like, I can't take this anymore.
I gotta rework the budget for
Yeah,
that. That's a great idea.
exactly, exactly. And then how about like something simple like a garbage can? Just something that can hang off the seat again. I empty this whenever I fill up with gas. So it's just a really simple thing. While my gas is going, I just pull it out and dump it out.
That is a great idea, because I have a little bag that sits in the front by me, but I'm constantly, kids,
Right.
hand up the Happy Meal, you
Right.
know, and so they're constantly throwing garbage up to me.
Right, right. And you want something that's no leak as well. So in case you have a little accident in the car, it can kind of contain that as
We
well.
don't have accidents in the car, do you, Chris?
Never. Isabella, that little halo above her head?
Right.
What's this white bag?
Well, no, this
This
is
is
Oh,
it.
yeah,
sorry,
this is
that's
what
the
I
outside.
showed.
This is the vertical
yeah,
thing.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
folded it to the non-pretty side.
Yeah,
and then,
exactly.
Do you have thoughts for this guy?
Well, this is what I call an errand bag. So this would sit upstairs in my steps in my house. And then as I have errands to run, I would throw like a movie to return or mail to go. Then when I get into my car, this sits in my passenger seat. And then as I run my errands, I do the stuff and I maybe fill it back up with stuff. And then I get back into my car, walk into my house. This goes in with me. I like to have something that can slip over my arm, because usually my hands are full of other things as well. So nice and easy.
Brilliant. You complete me, Miss Simplicity. I have had ideas like all this stuff's got to get into the car, but I haven't had the idea of actually taking the bag.
Yeah.
So thank you for being here.
You're
Appreciate it.
welcome.
Sweet.
You're welcome.
Stay with us. We'll be right back with much more on ND Today.